Good day, grade 9. We are now going to continue with the business functions. Just to recap, there are 8 business functions within a business. And obviously, when you have a small business, the owner will do most of these 8 business functions on his own. But the minute you start expanding your business and becoming a larger business, you will need heads of each department for these 8 business functions. Now, the 8 business functions starts in your textbook on page 179. And we've already spoken about the general management function, which is the first function of the 8. And we have spoken about the production and the purchasing function. Now we are going to talk about the marketing and the administration function. We are now going to talk about the marketing function. Now, what is the marketing function? Now, this function involves identifying what products the target market needs. Now, what is your target market? The target market is the group of people or customers or consumers that you want to sell your product to. That is your target market, the market you target. And you also determine through the marketing function how the best way is to promote your products and services and what price you must charge and how to distribute. Now, distribute means how to get your product to the consumers. Now, there are 4 things that we call the marketing mix or the 4 P's of marketing, and that is product, price, place, and promotion. So you need to determine what product you're going to sell, what price are you going to put on that product, where you're going to distribute that product, which is the place, and then how are you going to promote or advertise this product. So these are the 4 things that you need to take in consideration when you do marketing, and we call that the marketing mix. Now, the marketing department tries to develop the brand of the goods so that people will recognize the brand, know what it stands for, and want to purchase it because they think it will add value to their lives. So the marketing department is also responsible for developing the brand. Now, what is a brand? A brand is like Nike or Dior or any of those names. That is a brand. Now, market research must be done to decide what products the customer wants and what prices they are prepared to do. So you need to do research in the marketing function. Now, how is market research done? By asking potential customers to describe their needs as well as doing follow-up interviews with customers after they've made their purchases. So usually you will get an SMS after you've bought something from Woolworths or even from Mr. Delivery. When you buy something from Mr. Delivery, then they ask you whether the service that they have delivered was satisfying to you or not. And then also, sometimes the marketing department will phone customers personally to ask them questions regarding the product. And that is how we do market research. Now, when you advertise a product, now, we know the marketing department is also responsible, or the marketing function is also responsible for advertising or promotion. That is one of the 4 P's, promotion. Now, in order for an advert to be a very good advert, there are 4 aspects that you need to focus on. First, does it attract attention? Secondly, does it create an interest? In other words, do people want to buy the product? Then thirdly, does it create a desire for the product? And then lastly, does it lead to action where people literally go and buy the product? So we call this the AIDA, A-I-D-A. And that is the aspects that a good advert needs to have. Now let us quickly look at the role and importance of the marketing function. Sales are directly related to the success of this function. So if you are having troubles with your sales, then you have to go to the marketing function and ask them what is going on. Because the marketing function, if they are not doing their work, then the sales will not take place and sales will not increase. So the minute you start losing profit because of lower sales, it's a marketing function that needs to pull up their socks. Then they are also responsible for researching the needs and wants of customers so that business can successfully deliver the right products and services. So they need to get to know the customers. Then they are also responsible for developing a successful company brand. So branding is also very important. That has to do with advertising. How do we manage risk within the marketing function? Which risks are involved within the marketing function? What can go wrong within the marketing function? First, the success of the marketing function is at risk if the increase in sales is not enough to pay for the marketing expense. Advertising is very, very expensive because you need to usually pay another company to do the advertising for you, and that is quite expensive. So if you do not increase your sales, then you won't have enough money to obviously market your product. And that is a catch-22 because obviously if the sales decreases, then something is wrong within the marketing function. So it's obviously a circle. And then advertising done in wrong media, which will cause business not to reach target market. And then negative advertising that could put customers off. Competitors having more effective advertising campaigns. So these are the things that can, at the end of the day, cause your marketing function to fail. Now we're going to start with another function within the business. Now, just to repeat, remember there are 8 business functions. We've already spoken about the general management function, the production function, the purchasing function, the financial function, the marketing function, and now we're going to talk about the administration function. Now, administration function is all about communication. So it's the communication center for the business, and it develops systems to collect information, to sort information, to process and to store information. Another word for information is data. And then all the documents of the business, the physical documents and the documents on your computer, that is managed by the admin function. Now, the administration function is responsible for sorting mails, that is obviously emails, and then mails that are posted to people, sending out messages to staff, keeping record of all the documents, filing documents, copying papers that you need to be copying, and then retrieving information when it is needed. So that is the administration function. As you can see, you need to be very organized when you want to work within the administration function. What is the role and importance of the administration function? First and foremost, they must ensure that there's a smooth flow of communication throughout the business, through word, in written reports, messages and emails. And then also the administration function stores all important documents, records and other information. And they must enable the quick retrieval of information when it is needed. That's why you need to be very organized. Now, what are the things that can go wrong within the administration function? First, if there's a loss of records, because of fire or flood or damage or theft of the records, you have a big issue and a big situation at hand. Power cuts, let's say you are busy working on your computer and you forgot to save your work and all of a sudden the power goes off. Then you lose all that information. So that is also something that can risk the success of the administration function. And then also when you have confidential information and it leaks out, somebody gets hold of your confidential information, then obviously the administration function will be held responsible for that.